Stranger Things is finally over. Here's what I think about Stranger Things. Here's my thoughts of what I think about the overall show and the ending. The Duffer Brothers really made one of the greatest pop culture shows in recent times. And I feel like it would go down in history as one of the greatest shows of all time. Does the show wraps up, has a satisfying ending, and does it pay off? I believe so, even though there is some problems. Warning, this is a spoiler. This is a spoiler review. I'll really talk about the pros and cons of what I love and what I didn't like about this season. But overall, I really did enjoy this season. I feel like this still was a great season. I still feel season 4 is the best season of the whole show. But I feel like starting off with the first part of season 5, really strong, really great as far as like even the Will episode when you find out about Will's power pretty much. That was fantastically done. I feel like I never really cared for Will's character, but in that moment, I find myself rooting for him so much and was really proud of really how far he's come as a character, as pretty much being not dancing with distress, but like the weak link of the group. I feel to really shine in that moment, and I feel like I really grew to care for Will along that moment in the first part of the show. And I feel like it does continue. I feel like they really do pay off Will in a big moment in this last season, in which I was finally happy with his character. This season is very visually done, like the set design, the choreography, the visual effects looks very well done. Vecna looks amazing as usual. It looks better and badder than usual. He looks more powerful in the first half, I believe. You can tell they was trying to go all out, but didn't really get there at the last moment of the season. But overall, I feel like it was a great job of them, like as far as storytelling, wrapping up each individual characters. Like you really get a satisfying ending with each character. I feel was the best strong suit of this season. I feel like Mike does get a lot more things to do in this season as far as being the leader of the core group, the core kids. I feel like he really steps up, becomes more of a leader, in which I didn't see that in the last few seasons. And I feel like he does a really great job of wrapping up his character arc, as far also dealing with Nancy as well as the teenagers, well, as the young adults. I feel like she really comes around. Well, she's always been steady, and she really shines in this season as well. Also dealing with the relationship with Nancy and Jonathan, I feel like it really does pay off, and I kind of saw it coming with them breaking up, but I feel like it was handled so well and really mature, and I feel like the both characters grew from it, and it has a satisfying ending with the two of them. With Harper's character, I feel like I wanted a little bit more from his character, but as far as his character with Elle, I feel like it really paid off the whole daughter-dad moments and really had a conflict, but really has a satisfying ending with them, with Harper finally accepting that she is growing, that she's not his daughter, his past daughter, that she is like have to courageous decisions on her own, and she has to pretty much do what she has to do in order to save the world. And I feel like he finally accepted her as his own separate daughter from his past daughter. And I feel like that whole character arc is really handled so well. As far as Lucas and Max, honestly, I feel like Lucas don't get enough shine. I feel like he does a lot. Like really, him and Erica come up with pretty much the plan to do everything. Well, to decide everything, come up with a plan. And also, I feel like Lucas is the really hidden gem, the MVP of this season, in which he saves a lot of people, and he really don't get enough credit that he deserves. And I feel like him and Max are the best relationship in this whole show, and it just proves it once again. with them wrapping up their whole storyline pretty much, and I feel like it was a satisfying payoff for both characters. I really love their relationship, and I really love how they handled them at the end, and really a really satisfying conclusion to both these characters. The problems I have with this season is mainly dealing with Vecna. I feel like he was more of a threat in season four, in which this season we get how he was created and how he became twisted the way he is. Like pretty much having the mind flare pretty much really was the one controlling him and not the other way around. I feel like there was really no payoff with that. I feel like it was just glanced over, and I feel like he was just defeated easily. It was just like it was a quick fight. It was a great fight. Don't get me wrong. It was a great fight, but it was quick, and I feel like I was wanting more from the fight. And there was really no payoff with his character. He did all this much damage in season four, killing off a lot of people, but didn't really kill off nobody or didn't really become a threat in this season. I never feel like the Earth was in danger. I never feel like Harkin was in danger. I feel like he was doing stuff just to do stuff pretty much like that. And it wasn't an urgent threat to kill him or the Mind Flayer. That was one of the biggest highlights I took from the last two episodes. Well, the last episode was the Mind Flayer shoot farm. I didn't expect it, and I loved seeing it. It was really cool to see it put the screen. The visual effects looks amazing, but he was defeated easily. It was literally like I would say 10-minute fight, pretty much. Well, not even like 5 minutes at the most. But it was really cool seeing the Mind Flayer's real body, but not enough payoff with it. And that was my biggest problem with this season is pretty much how fast they wrapped up Vecna as well as the Mind Flayer. I feel like it was no real payoff with those two major villain characters, especially Vecna. Vecna, I consider as being one of the greatest villains in recent memory, and it was no real conclusion of his character. And overall, I do think this season was amazing. I do think this season was still great. There's some problems for sure, but I feel like it's getting too hated for no reason. Like, you can say what you want about Vecna and how fast they wrapped up everything, but as far as individual characters and as far as like the story as a whole, I feel like it was fine. I feel like it wrapped up, it had a satisfying conclusion. Each character wrapped up, each one had a satisfying conclusion that like you would satisfy every one of them. There wasn't enough stakes, but as far as like story and as far as like the characters, I feel like we got what we wanted. Like as far we wanted them to be happy, we wanted them to succeed, we wanted them to like our characters to have a future. And I feel like we got that from the season. I feel like it wrapped up well, and it wasn't as it truly did not do not deserve this hate. It really don't. You can have problems with the show. You can have problems with the last season. You can have problems with the last episode or the episodes before that with Will coming out. I feel like there was too much hate with there. His coming out, it wasn't that bad. Like I feel like it wasn't as bad as people saying it was. Yeah, like nothing really happens, but you get that clarification from Will. But I didn't think it was done over the top. I really thought it was handled very well, and I will argue and defend that moment. I didn't think it was as bad as people were saying it was. Overall, this show truly would go down in history as one of the greatest pop culture shows of all time. And I would give season 5. I would give it. I would still give it a 7.5 out of 10. The show Stranger Things overall is an 8 out of 10. I truly think it's one of the greatest pop culture shows ever created. And I will stand by that. And I'm looking forward to seeing all the spinoffs that they announced. Let me know in the comments below. Have you seen Stranger Things season 5? You have to seen it already, pretty much like that, hopefully. if not, please watch it. Don't listen to the hype. Don't listen to the negative hype. just going in on your own merits and just have fun and enjoy Stranger Things Season 5. Don't forget to like and subscribe and see me next time on HueReviews.